This is my 24 and 25th week update. It's a little bit late this week because there's been a lot going on, and I say that every video, but this time there was a lot going on. So on Tuesday, the day before I turned 24 weeks, I started to feel like I was maybe leaking something, and it felt different. I know it wasn't urine for sure. I knew that's not what it was. So I called my midwife and I said, hey, this is what's going on. And she said, just to be safe, go get checked out in labor and delivery. So I did. And while I was there, I was contracting a lot. And they ran every test that they could think of. And everything came back normal, which was great. Thank the good Lord above. But because I was contracting, they checked my cervix to make sure I wasn't dilated. And I was. I was dilated to a 1-ish. And then I was already 20% effaced. If those of you that aren't pregnant or never been pregnant, or just don't know what effacement is, it's just where the walls of your cervix are thinning out, so dilation can occur. So they discharged me that night and said bed rest until your next appointment. And I said, well, I can't do bed rest. I've got 3 kids at home and I work. So bed rest is physically impossible for me. So the next day I called that was Tuesday. On Wednesday I called my midwife and I asked if I can get in to see her on Thursday to possibly get uplifted from bed rest. And then I also made an appointment with my OB because while I was in the ER or labor and delivery, they suggested that I see a high risk doctor instead of a midwife due to my preterm labor in the past 3 pregnancies. And so I called her and scheduled her for Friday of that week. And then I saw my midwife on Thursday, saw my OB on Friday, and everything was fine. I had lost 3 pounds since my 23-week appointment, which wasn't a big concern, but to them anyway. To me it was, because I finally had hit my pre-pregnancy weight, and then all of a sudden I was back down another 3 pounds. So that was discouraging, but at least I'm not gaining 50 or 60 pounds, so I guess I can be thankful for that. So I went and saw them. Neither of them would uplift me from bed rest. However, I did get in to see the specialist on Monday, this past Monday, and they did an ultrasound. It was about an 1.5 hour long ultrasound. And yes, he's still a boy, so that's awesome. So we have a little healthy boy, and he's measuring, it's weird. He's measuring 8 days ahead, which I have no issue with. Measuring 8 days ahead, but his weight is still measuring behind. So they're saying that he's probably going to be tall and skinny, which all of my kids are kind of tall and skinny, except for my middle one. She's short and just petite all the way around. So he looked good. I had extra fluid. So they wanted me to come back to get checked again for fluid, and they wanted me to do my glucose testing early, and they wanted me to get checked again for my cervix because they did an ultrasound on my cervix. And with that, it was mostly open, but the top part, right where his head sits, was completely closed, and so that was good news. So my cervix is 2 centimeters dilated, but then but it kind of funnels like this. So it's not completely open. So that's good to hear, but it's still concerning because it's already like this. And then I was about 40% effaced rather than 20. So I am still thinning out, but not at a rapid pace. That, or the nurse that checked me in labor delivery just didn't check it very well. I hate to say that because she was phenomenal. I loved her. So he didn't uplift me, so I called my midwife back and I said, can I go back to work? And so she said, yeah, just take it easy for the next couple of days and you go back to work on Thursday. So I went back to work on Thursday, and then on Thursday and Friday they just made sure that I sat down a lot. They're very awesome with this pregnancy. They're very understanding, and they don't want me to overdo it because they say that they really need me, which was it's a great confidence booster in myself too, because if I'm that great and they want to do everything to keep me healthy and keep baby healthy, they do it for me, they do it for him, and they do it for them as well. So it's not just the selfish reasons why they're making me sit still. But because he is measuring 8 days ahead, I haven't seen my midwife since. I just spoke to the receptionist over the phone. But because he is measuring 8 days ahead, I'm going to hope that she changes my due date. I've had them change my due date before when I was only 6 days ahead, so we'll see. I don't know if they will. I doubt it. Midwives aren't as sticklers to a lot of things, so we'll see. But if they do, my due date would be August 31st instead of September 7th. So that would be nice. A whole 8 days sooner. But that was a lot because of the bed rest and all the appointments that I went through. There was a lot going on. Also, I have noticed pregnancy-wise, has been a huge drop in my blood pressure. And I noticed it only when I get up really fast. I get a little bit dizzy, not super dizzy where I'm going to fall over or pass out or anything, but I do get dizzy. The last 3 or 4 times that they've checked my blood pressure, it's been about 92, 94 over 50 something. I think the highest was 58, lowest was 54. So it is lower than my normal, not super much lower. My normal is usually high 90s, low 100s over 60s and 70s. So it's not a drastic change, but I can tell when it drops below 54 because because I get lightheaded a little bit. So I've tried to increase my salt intake a little bit. Not a whole lot, just because I like salty foods like French fries and chips and things like that, but I don't like adding a lot of salt to my food in general. So I'm trying to add a little bit more. I'm just not a big salt fan, which is good. Cravings. Oh my goodness, let me tell you. I crave 3 things. Fruit in general, just fresh fruit all the time. I think it's because it tastes so much better now that the summer is coming and everything is nice and hot and fresh and blooming, and so that tastes, it's what I want. I want grapes and pineapple and strawberries and apples and all the good stuff. But I also crave chocolate and not Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper. I do not like Dr. Pepper at all. I don't like it. I used to like it when I was younger. That was my drink of choice, but it's too syrupy. I don't like dark sodas. I don't like Dr. Pepper. I don't like Coca-Cola. I don't like Pepsi. Nothing like that. If I do drink a soda, it's usually Sprite or Sunkist or Fanta, and it's usually about this much out of the bottle and the rest goes to waste. So I don't typically buy it, but for the past 2 weeks, that is all I want is a Reese's and a Dr. Pepper. And I don't drink the whole Dr. Pepper, I just drink it just to get the taste. And that's just what I want. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the sugar. I don't know if it's... I don't know what it is. But, so, those are the 2 cravings. I've been steady at 145 for my because when I first found out I was pregnant, I had, with this one, after my loss, I had lost in such a short amount of time, 6 weeks, I lost 20 pounds. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before. And then I got pregnant right away. Well, my doctors are going by my weight before I lost that weight because they said that was stress-induced move, and it was such a quick weight loss that it was almost like I was pregnant. Because I was pregnant, I lost weight during the pregnancy. The last one, I lost weight before. And it was all just a combination. And right after, and then I got pregnant, and I just slowly have been gaining it back. So 147 was my pre-pregnancy weight. And I'm sitting at 144, 145. So I'm not really gaining much. I've gained a good bit since, and if I counted that, it'd be almost 20 pounds. 148 or 147, or I was dropped down to 129, fully clothed. Sometimes I weigh myself naked. But so now that I'm hitting my pre-pregnancy, now they're going off that versus what I was up until then, which I just think is weird. Also, I have it's totally a side note, I have a Snapchat and I have an Instagram. I will post those below. I post more on there than I do here. So if you want to stay up to date on things, whether it's pregnancy pictures or pictures of my kids, short little videos, just go check that out. Don't forget to subscribe either. I've hit 100 subscribers and I'm so excited. So I'm going to keep doing this. I am so close to the end of, I am at the very end of my second trimester. I am so close to the third trimester and I'm extremely excited. I cannot wait. I cannot believe it. This pregnancy is going by so fast. And I cannot believe that in just potentially 12 weeks or less, I could have this baby. And that's astounding to me. It's crazy. So, but yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the links below for my names for my Snapchat and my Instagram. And with my Instagram, you have to request to follow me. It's a private thing because I've had a few creepers out there that were just commenting weird stuff on my son's pictures. So you have to request it in order to follow me on Instagram. On Snapchat, it's more about me and what's going on with me versus Instagram, which is my whole family. That being said, I'm going to wrap up and show you my 25, maybe 26 week belly, and we will see you next week. All right, ladies, here is my 25, 26 week belly. It is, to me, I feel huge, and I'm measuring ahead, but everyone says I still look small for my fourth baby and being so far along. But tell me guys what you think. But I will see you guys for 27 weeks. Bye.